Hi, my name is Matthew Breslow, and we are here at the Grilled Cheese Grill in Portland, Oregon. It is a food cart, as you can see by how much space I have around me, or lack thereof. And we are going to make a jalapeno popper grilled cheese sandwich today. The first step to making the sandwich is to de-seed and julienne a jalapeno. It's going to be about one jalapeno per sandwich. So the first step would be to put a glove on the hand which is going to be touching the inside of the jalapeno. If you've ever not worked with a jalapeno, highly recommend the glove. If you have, you'll know why. So the first step would be you want to use a serrated edge knife, and you kind of want to get in there, give it a little slice to the side, and just kind of roll the jalapeno around the knife. And you want to get out all of that stuff because it's not going to make a good sandwich. The rest of it you're just going to want to scrape out. And this stuff you can throw in the garbage. And now what you have is just a de-seeded jalapeno, and now you're going to just cut it into nice thin little strips. Okay, so once the jalapeno is de-seeded and julienne, you're going to roast it. The best way to do that would be a hot pan or grill. We have grills. You're going to put a little olive oil onto it and a little salt and pepper and just kind of roast it till it gets sort of a darkened color and kind of nice and not too soft, but a little crispy, a little crunchy, a little soft, roasted. So the next step would be to put the cream cheese on one side of the bread. And you want to spread it all the way to the crusts, a nice thin layer, as if it were a good Sunday morning bagel. And that would be one side. And on the other side, you're going to take 2 slices of Colby Jack cheese. We use Colby because it's a nice marbled cheese. It's 2 cheeses in one, really. It's Monterey Jack and Colby Jack. And it makes a really nice melting cheese. It's very smooth and creamy, and it goes really well with the spiciness of the jalapenos. And from here, we're going to go to the grill to start cooking it. Alright, so now we are actually going to make the sandwich. The first step will be to put our roasted jalapenos onto the grill to get those nice and hot. Again, you're going to put about 1 jalapeno's worth on there. And we're going to salt and pepper them a little bit. And maybe add a little bit of oil. Kind of want to toss those around. There's a lot of heat on the jalapeno, so when you put it on the grill, just have some fresh air around if that's what you need. So the next step will be to put the sides of the sandwich onto the grill. A lot of people ask, what's the best way to butter a grilled cheese sandwich? It's an ancient question, been asked for years. You can either butter hard bread right onto the grill and put it down. You can butter the grill and put the bread directly onto that. You can melt the butter and brush it on. I'm going to tell you the secret. Doesn't make any difference. It all works out the same. We prefer to melt the butter and brush it directly on. So brush one side and brush the other side. Now, another secret, which I'm going to give away, is that it takes way less time to make the sandwich if you leave it open-faced on the grill like that and cook both sides at the same time. Little secret. Who knew? So as we're letting that cook, we're going to add the last ingredient, which are tortilla chips. So you crumble those up and melt those right onto the bread. It just adds a very nice crunch, a nice texture. If you use a flavored chip, then it'll add a little flavor to the sandwich. So we're going to let that cook for a second. It takes probably a minute to a minute and a half to brown up both sides of the bread. At the same time the bread is browning, we're cooking the jalapenos over here. And we give those a little bit of a toss. those look ready. We can now put those directly onto the sandwich. Make sure you get all of them on there. And we're just going to let that cook for another half a minute or so. We can check one. Yep, looks good. Close it up, kind of mush it down a little bit. Press those jalapenos into both sides of the cheese. You want to press the tortillas into the sandwich. Flip it once or twice. Let all the cheese kind of come together. Makes a nice melty sandwich. Flip it over again. And it should be ready to go. So we'll plate it up, put a pickle on, and you have yourself a very nice jalapeno grilled cheese sandwich.